Hey guys, welcome. I'm back with another video, and this time I will be analyzing USDCHF. So hope you guys stay tuned till the end of the video, as I will be going through very educative stuff on this pair. Now let me dive into the analysis. As you guys can see, this is the weekly time frame, and this is a clear downtrend. As you can see, price is moving from a high area to a low area, making this a downtrend. So let me go deeper into the analysis. I will be only focusing on this piece of price action over here. So I won't look into this impulsive leg. I will just analyze on the correction. So let me see what type of what type of chart patterns I find here. So as I connect the lows, I see something like a wedge, a rising wedge, or a ascending pattern. But this is it. As you can see, now let me just set the settings of the trend line to only be on the days, hours, and weeks. Okay, so that's it. Just highlight the low. Okay. And as you guys can see, we've broken out of this pattern. Then on the outside of the pattern, we find ourselves another pattern, continuation pattern, similar to the bigger pattern. And this is also a rising wedge or a ascending pattern. As you guys can see, breakout, continuation pattern, breakout going to the downside. As you guys can see, this is clear. So as you guys can see, immediately after this continuation pattern, we find ourselves a impulse, another impulse. So this looks like a correction. This whole block over here looks like a correction, and that's where I'm heading to find out exactly what it is that I find here. So we can agree that this is a impulse to the downside, correction, expecting another impulse to the downside, hoping to reach this area with the next impulse. So let me dive into the analysis, going to the 1-day time frame. And on the 1-day time frame, I see this. Let me just clone this and see if it connects. Okay, almost, but let me adjust it. Then the settings of the trend line to keep my charts clean. Let me set the settings, the weeks, the days, and the hours. Perfect. Just the weeks. And with that being said, let me also highlight the low of this pattern. Also a ascending pattern, meaning that this is a reversal pattern. So we expect price to go to the downside. But as you guys can see here, it's only 2 touches on this trend line or in this pattern on the upside. 1, 2. So we're expecting a third touch, something similar to this third touch to the downside. That's what we expect on this in this pattern here. We expect a third touch as high confirmation that price is going to the downside. So let me dive into the analysis on the 4-hour time frame to get a clear picture. And on the 4-hour time frame, I will be looking for a reversal on the trend line. So let me just highlight this low here, where I expect price to reverse. And you can see that price is moving correctively towards the trend line. So that indicates a possible reversal. So let me just connect the dots and clone. Okay, just clone it for now. Oh, I think it's a bit too early to identify a pattern here, so I'ma just leave it like this, or I'ma just make it adjust the trend line to something like this. And then I try to clone it and connect these lows, those lows. No. So this is the process of identifying chart patterns. So if you can't find anything, don't force it. But this definitely looks like a correction towards a trend line, indicating that price is losing momentum. Although this is a very bearish candlestick with high momentum, but we do expect a push to the upside from this areas here. So as you can see, let me look to the left to find any piece of evidence that can confirm with me that price will go to the upside. Now, immediately I see this, a bullish run and another bullish run from this trend line, near the trend line. So I expect something similar to this over here, when it approaches this trend line here. Do you guys see that every time price reaches the trend line, it shoots up? So I expect the same thing over here. As you guys can see, here is a correction over here. This is a correction. Although we can't find any evidence yet or any pattern yet, but this is a correction. As you guys can see, correction, impulse, similar to this. So you guys should be looking out for that. Expect price to reverse near the trend line or on the trend line, but price should reverse at these areas over here in the near future to go to the upside to complete the touch of this pattern. So let me go to the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, similar to the 4 hours time frame, there's still nothing here, but we do expect a reversal over here on this support line here, or maybe just a bit lower, but somewhere around here, we expect a reversal. We expect a reversal. And if you can look over here, there's also a pattern here, but it's like ascending pattern, indicating the price is going to the downside. And this is a 90% rule of this pattern. So when price reaches here, it completes this pattern. But then here's a new pattern on the right that we should be looking out for. This pattern over here. This is a pattern, although there's no evidence of touches or something like that, or a valid pattern, but this is a pattern. But this could be it as I clone it like this. When price rejects here and go to the upside, then this is the valid pattern, the final pattern. So then we can expect something like this. Go to the something like this, the upside, then drop, W formation, go to the upside, come down, then go to the upside to complete the third touch on the trend line. So that's what I'll be looking out for on this pair. As you guys can see, this is it. So expect reversals around here and just the stop loss below this area. If price steps in this area, then you should know that this setup is invalid and price will immediately go to the downside. Will go to the downside to complete this pattern here and to reach this areas here at the bottom. So if I can just use the bar pattern here and clone this. Oh no, it doesn't fit. So meaning that this might be a strong impulse leg to the downside. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking out for on this pair for the next couple of weeks or days. For the days here, the weeks, maybe somewhere around here, or to the downside with a continuation pattern on the outside of this pattern. Somewhere here, go to the downside. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting on this pair. Hope you guys did pick up a few notes here, stuff, something like that. to add to your trading skills or to adjust your analysis, to see things from a different perspective, from my perspective, and see where you guys can maybe like adjust or bettering your analysis. But this is what I see on this pair, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay safe.
You know I'm like got that heat, boy.
Japanese, you young girl, are you kidding me? Hennessy, sip it all up to my kidney. Look at me, flexing on niggas with my energy. Family, got it in my keys on my legacy. Japanese.